Welcome to another episode of Horn and Shit Seattle.
But I'm gonna hold up.
Hey, my name is Kay.
I'm May.
And I'm Apple Pie.
Alright. So, we are your hosts. Yeah. But I'm not
Hello.
We're your hosts.
I Okay. Anyways, what's been going on during the week though? Did you guys hear about Pops passing away? I'm sorry, Pops passed away. Bang, bang.
That was very No, seriously, he was funny.
That was the first thing I saw when I logged into Instagram that morning, and I was like, oh damn, I'm actually sad about this.
Yeah.
Usually I don't really get too invested.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, damn.
But you grow up on there and
all the cool African American black favorites, all the hood favorites. He was the dad. Man, naturally funny. Very miss him. He was the old soul. Like, he worked till he was like 79. He was still acting.
And I think he had just posted like a cooking show or something.
Yeah.
Like what, a few hours before, or the day before.
Yes, and then they had Boondocks rolling back out. They had another Friday coming back out. I don't want it. I don't want the Friday. It's not going to be like.
And they took too long with it. They took too long. They should have been this time.
That's a sign of Hollywood. When we want these updates, sequels.
Yes, do it while
we want it.
Yeah,
these people are still here.
So life is
exactly
too short.
Yes.
What else has been going on?
Oh yeah, Megan Thee Stallion. She's into like horror films and stuff like that. So she has like a horror series.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it. So is it a series or it's just one?
Well, I think it's a series.
Oh,
I think she has like other. Correct me if I'm wrong, but she has like other YouTube people, influencers in it, and she has like rappers in it, and it's like real, like it has comedy, but it's like real horror.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's cool. Black and horror.
She's like, bitch, where I'm going?
We need that.
So, what about y'all? Like, anything going on with y'all?
Personally,
personally.
any and everything, broke my nail. So I'm out here looking real ghetto, real ratchet, but we get that fixed once y'all start subscribing to our YouTube channel. Get some money around here.
I forgot to tell y'all, I got into a whole fight.
Like a physical fight?
Like a whole fight.
Like physically?
Physically fought. I'm like hurting right
What?
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, I'm so serious. I should have never took my ass out on Sunday night. I should have just stayed.
I mean, I did see you say like, this is why I don't go out or something like that.
Yeah, this is not happening. This is.
Oh wait,
I didn't know you were going to tell me that. You should have
wait a minute, bitch. I think you connected to it. We need to talk after the show because you know one of the.
I don't know.
All I know
my name is Terry.
So at this time, we're gonna cut to the clip where I drag that bitch's ass on the ground outside of downtown Seattle.
This is what happens when you have situationships.
Yes.
Not clarified.
Bitch, that's what it is.
What is that?
It's always about a nigga. It's always about a nigga. No, I was fighting to defend my life. She was fighting over a nigga.
Wait a minute, Kay.
And I had to. My nail broke, but then I had to shave it. So don't look. I need to go to the nail shop too. It just reminded me when you said something about your nail.
Oh, I didn't get into a fight. That bitch just popped off at work. That's all that happened. I was working hard.
I forgot.
Dang, I faced the whole crowd.
See, it's hard for me to let people in. So I'm just.
That's why
I like going to places and sipping on my vodka and I just mind my business. I was there by myself, minding my own business. And the thing is, she came in there with her man.
Do you know either of these people?
I do know her. She was an old friend, but she came in there with her man. And to fight me, not to fight me, but it was a coincidence we were both there to fight me over another man. You see what I'm saying?
So not the man that she's currently with.
No.
She's still holding on some stuff from the past.
And I was never even with the man that she accused me of being with. That's so see, like I'm innocent.
So y'all got in a fight.
Wait.
I'm an angel in this situation.
That's why it can be dangerous to elude people and keep them like going on and on, thinking something.
All right, so then maybe we should tell our guests what we're talking about today and what we're drinking while we're at it.
I do need a drink, and
I'm
this
about
is
to take
this
this
drink.
fur off. Are you about to take me where you were at?
Yes. Hot and cold. Hoe. That's the cocktail that we're drinking right now, and we're going to be talking about situationships. And yeah, that's pretty much the reason why I got into that fight. But let's define what a situationship is. What is a situationship?
Like, y'all gonna have to tell me.
Yes.
A situationship, from what I researched, is an undefined relationship. So something that has not been talked about having an ending, just kind of like lingering, not getting any better or worse, but just not putting any effort into it, but you're still in a relationship. So you're still dating. But I guess
that's just a lazy way of saying that you're in a relationship with somebody.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And
without all the extra effort.
And all the commitments
like
and
expensive
all the
dates or even.
Oh no, we going on expensive dates.
So then you're like on another level of.
Oh, there's levels to situationship. Oh, there is. I guess there is because
because I've been.
You're like top tier situationship.
The next step is
just come watch a movie and cuddle and wham bam thank me and get out of here.
Yeah, because as soon as we done with this, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Joe, I've never done anything. It's like
anyways. So yeah, basically a situationship is a relationship without the title.
But there is a title.
Situationships. Like man. So I guess like when you're in a situationship, are you free to date other people or is it just you and that person?
Well, it said when I researched that you can be exclusive, like sexually or intimately with one person and still be dating like other people. But it's really defined by what you guys communicate. And so some people are in situationships and don't even realize it. And some people are in well-defined ones. And they might be having sex with everybody and their mom. And they might be having sex with just one person. Or they might be thinking they're having sex with one person and the other person's having sex with everybody and their mom.
See, no.
So that's where things get sticky, so.
Clear boundaries. So it depends on the people, basically, is what you're saying, as far as like how far a situationship can go with.
So for me, with like situationships or whatever, like I feel like I am open to date whoever I want. I'm single. I'm gonna date this guy. I'm gonna date this guy. But when I'm talking to somebody, I'm only fucking like that one person. But if I want to go on a date with someone, even though I turn down dates all the time, see, and that's the thing, like you turn down dates, in a sense, you kind of put yourself on hold for this person, you know. But at the same time, the person that you're in a situationship with, you really like that person, obviously. It's like, and I guess, I don't know. Like I said,
so why wouldn't it at that point just be a relationship? If you're like seeing this one person exclusively and you're saying that you are open to date other people but you're not because you're turning them down, then what is stopping that from being a relationship at that point?
I see what you're saying. So for me, I just got out of a marriage. I've been single for a year, so I feel like this whole year I'm just like trying to not get to know myself because I know who I am, but I'm trying to take this time to like be by myself. I really don't know if I want to be in a relationship. He says he doesn't know if he wants to, like he doesn't really know what he wants. So for right now, I feel like I'm just kind of going with the flow because I feel like my needs are being met right now. And I feel like he's giving me what I want for right now. I know that in the future, you know, when I'm done in this little phase that I'm in, I am going to run a relationship, and he knows that.
Right.
Because I've communicated that to him.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it just becomes a little like sticky where it's like, okay, right now we're saying that like this is that, but like what if I change my mind faster than you do? And I do realize that I want more, and we should be elevating and like moving on to a next step.
But that's the same risk you take even if you're not in a situationship.
True.
Where if you're in a real relationship, you're
like, is it
talking about
marriage
marriage,
next?
and then
Is
you
it-
get cold feet, and you wasted all this real relationship time with somebody who ran, you know. So it can have. It's just a risk that you have to take, and you have to like be super like transparent, unguarded with your feelings.
Yes, open.
And if that person has to be too, and you have to trust and believe they are. So I have trust issues. So situationships are very sticky for me.
Yeah, because you don't want to get hurt.
Yes.
Like,
Definitely not.
Yes.
Especially over a nigga who don't really want me. Like
Yeah.
that's how
Like,
I'm trying to get my feelings hurt.
it's like, do you want me or do you not want me? Right now, I feel like you half want me. You want me to be there only for you, while you are probably talking to this girl and that girl, and it's like, but I'm not free to like.
Right.
But you say that I am, but it's like, I bet you if I go fuck with this person, you gonna feel a certain type of way.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, it's
So just do it and see.
Yeah, bitch.
No, just do it and see.
Oh.
Yeah, go date.
She's
She's
like,
come on, girl.
no.
I'll do it in a heartbeat. Shit, I'll text you.
Yeah.
I'll pull your card if you're a
Like,
bad
okay,
dog.
that won't hurt your feelings?
Oh yeah.
Guess what I
Then
did
you'll
last
see
night?
your friend will go to. I see Ashley at Joe's.
Oh, I thought you were about to say
Oh,
he was
she-
with the friend. I was like, dang, it gotta be his friend though, girl.
It might be.
I mean,
But I didn't know.
But
No.
another reason why you don't rush into a relationship is because you need to see what his friends and stuff look like.
Absolutely.
Because you want to make sure you choose.
You choose the right
The
one. I know, because you get in that situation and you're like,
Oh, dear.
no, but what if it's the daddy though? Like,
You need to meet the daddy because aren't we at the age where you can date the daddy?
I've always been at that age.
She's on, yeah. She's
At that age.
Yes. Because man,
I like older
and
men.
I like older men, and I'm like, ooh, what the sun look like? Hey.
You gotta watch out for you. You.
But I'm not a hoe. Okay.
No, so I mean, is there a limit? Is there like a deal breaker of like how long you stay in a situationship? Like what is there a cutoff at any point? Like when are you like, all right, this isn't going anywhere and I'm not okay with it, or this isn't going anywhere and I'm
I got
still
3
okay
answers
with
for
it?
that.
Oh,
3, okay.
it's not really going on for no years. I would hope.
Well,
but
Yeah, you're right. It better not go on for years. But like when I was in a relationship, I was with this guy for like 5 years, and I feel like it was a situationship only because he didn't tell me that he loved me. I mean, like we weren't living together. I mean, we were like off and on or whatever, but he didn't tell me that he loved me until he thought that I was gonna lose him or whatever. And that took 5 years for that. I feel like for it to elevate to another level.
yeah.
In our relationship status, and then a couple of weeks later, he asked me to marry him. But I feel like he only did that.
Y'all went from like situationship to like now we're like super official. We're about to get married.
Yeah, and then well, I guess we went to exclusive in those 2 weeks.
So
that
explain to me how that works for 5 years. Like
I was
what?
stupid and
what-
I was 18.
What about it wasn't quite a relationship? Like, what were, do you know what I'm saying? Like, where was that space where it's like, we're not really in a relationship yet?
Because I just knew that there was other women in the beginning.
Oh, in the beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning, and I
Okay.
don't know when it ended, and I'm just like stupid, young, and I'm like, I don't know. So I'm going with the flow because I'm thinking at this time I didn't have an example of what a real relationship was to look like. So I'm going with the flow. I didn't know.
Right.
And so I'm thinking, okay, this is what it is. And then with the second guy, the second relationship that I was in, like I didn't really know that we were like on that level until the nigga asked me to marry him, and I had only known him for 6 months. So it's like you can't really put a time limit on it. And then so that was the second one. The third guy, I'm just like, I'm taking my time because I want to get to. You can't know somebody in 6 months. So this one, I'm like, I'm okay with taking things slow, and I'm okay with getting to know this person because in the beginning we set those open communication, and it was like, okay, because you don't want to.
juice.
I am I'm okay. Like, I feel like I've learned a lot about myself in these last couple of years, and I'm okay asking for what I want. If you can't give me what I want, then I can just move on.
Yeah.
Or if I'm okay with you not giving me what I want now, and I'm okay with just staying, like, that's my decision to make. Whatever you tell me, let me know what it is, and then I can make my decision if I'm going to put up with it or not.
Right.
So like in the beginning, it's like, okay, he did tell me he didn't want a relationship, and at that point, I did not want a relationship either because I had just got out of a marriage.
Right.
So we was going with the flow, and like you said, what do you do when you want more? So what I did was I told him I want more. He gave me more. And then like now I'm fine, like where we're at now, but what if I want a relationship? What do I do then?
Yeah. So then my next question is, do you feel comfortable asking somebody or telling somebody like, I want more? Because my thing has always been like, okay, does the situationship move forward in any space or does it stay the same? Like I know when we came into this a couple months ago, we said like, this is what it is, that's what that is, it's not going to be anything else. But now I do want more. But am I in a space to ask for more?
Absolutely.
Like yes. Never feel
one
like
person is always going to have that feeling. It's not ever going to last forever. Somebody's going to end up having more feelings for the other than the other, or enough courage to say something. Even if the other person has feelings and they're harboring, somebody's going to speak up. I've been in a couple, and you let them speak up quick.
Yes, because it will eat at
change.
you. It'll eat at you. If you don't say, and especially if like something's bothering you or something, if you don't speak up and say, hey, this is what I want, this is what I need.
Right.
In order for this to work, this is what I need. Because then you'll spend years regretting it, or you'll spend years just like, well, shit, if I had told him in the beginning, I could have. Then maybe he would have left, and I could have been with someone who would have given me those things that I need or whatever. So I always say, and I'm gonna keep on saying it: communicate your shit, because I won't ever know. I won't ever know, and I won't ever know if you don't tell me.
Right.
And vice versa.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like in a situation, it was communicated like, okay, I'm not really looking for a relationship because I just got out of one, and I'm like, I'm cool with that. But then the actions weren't.
Oh, I see what you mean.
They didn't line up. It's like, oh god, we're spending all this time with each other.
Is that a situationship? Like, because they're leading you in a different direction where you're thinking something more serious is going to happen.
Yeah,
because of what you're doing.
Yes. And then like your feelings get all involved.
Jerk.
Okay, so just to clarify, what are the things what are you talking about? What are the things that they're doing?
Relationship.
Yeah, like coming over to the house.
Oh, like
a couple of times,
multiple times during the week, like we
going
dinner together,
like massaging the nigga back.
Stop exactly. No,
listening to your problems and listening to your problems. Like I'm there for you. Like I got your back. Like I'm like,
yeah,
I'm your bitch.
I feel like if there's any type of conversation where I'm feeling comfortable enough to be vulnerable with you, I feel like you've reeled me in too far. Mm-hmm. Like if it's strictly like, all right, we just having sex and that's what we do, don't call me every day. Don't text me every day.
Don't
you simply call me when you want to have sex. Like don't act like you're actually invested in getting to know me, but you're not. And then try to be like, I mean, but we friends. We were never friends. Like, we never got to that point. Like, we went straight into...
Yeah, we were never friends. Niggas will act like they're your friend to get up in your pants.
Yeah, that's right.
But then when shit pops off, then... Like, okay, well, I thought we was friends. So what happened to the friendship that we had? Because now you don't want to talk to me at all because I don't want to have sex with you anymore.
Right.
But we was friends.
But that's why it's important to start off with a friendship. You have to build the friendship first. Look, I'm acting like I'm a relationship expert and I have 2 failed. But I'm just saying, you need to build that first, though. You need to build that foundation first, so they can't say.
But you know what? But in a situationship, I'm not trying to build no foundation with you. If we're both very honest about it not going anywhere, then we need to be honest with what we say and what we're feeling and how we're exuding those feelings. Like, even if you do start having feelings for me, like, say so, or, you know, maybe pull back a little bit, but let me know that that's what you're doing. Like, I literally had one guy We're like out on a date. I gave him half of my edible. We was drinking. Shit started popping off. Like we're at the club having a good time dancing, enjoying each other's company, not having any conversation, and he just randomly is like, "This is a risk." Like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, in that moment, you were having such a good time that you were like, damn, I'm really feeling this.
You started feeling caught up.
Yeah, like, damn, I told this bitch I wasn't ready for no relationship, but I'm kind of feeling the vibe now. And yeah, I'm like, but if you were feeling those feelings, like, for real, you could have just been, I don't know, like, it didn't have to jump to marriage the next day. Like,
you just let things slow. Like, once you explore those feelings, like, I'm exploring.
Yeah, but see, and then this was the tricky thing about it was like, after that, he just like got really distant, and it was like a couple months, and then like I'm blowing him up like a fucking idiot, and then finally he's like, "Oh girl, this was last year." I was still in my 20s then, but it was like a couple months, and then he's like, "You know what? I've been distant with you because I've been talking to somebody else." So where I had to be like, well, I'm confused. Mister, I don't want a relationship, but now you're talking, so now that she's talked to your situationship, whereas I was down here, like, where do you determine, like, now I'm going to let you know that there's somebody in my life that I have to put you on pause because I'd rather be with this person
it's
than
kind of like
with
you have to be open to that risk. That if they're giving you the opportunity to date other people, and you have to know that they're dating other people, and that somebody that might fit them better can come along. So as long as they communicate and they're open with it and not just ghost you.
Yeah, and there wasn't any of that. Yeah.
Waste your time and just ghost you like that. But if, like, I'm very communicative, I'm very open and transparent and opinionated to my dating partners. That I've had maybe so much they would appreciate the zipper here. But seriously, if I'm interested in someone else, or if they are, we are so open, and I'm just so cool with keeping my emotions in check, that you can tell me anything and be open with me like a friend or a homie. Because at the end of the day, it would hurt me more if you didn't. So if you find somebody that respects you enough while you're in your situationship, then it'll work for you. But oftentimes nowadays, people don't. They don't respect you to do it.
Let me tell you.
When you're open, I mean, everybody always, like, if there's that open communication, everybody that's involved has the ability to be like, I don't want this, or I do want this, and we'll just roll with the punches. But if you're not communicating that with me, you're forcing me to be in a situation that I didn't know that I was actually in, and then now you're looking at me like I'm crazy when shit pops the fuck off.
When like crazy one that did some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
You crazy.
So I got this DM from this guy, right? So he basically told me, he was shooting a shot or whatever. He said, "Oh, I think he's fine. He slips and I'm like, he didn't say all that, but he basically told me he was in a situationship. He said, I'm in a little situation, but if you wanna fuck with me, then I basically gotta keep it on the hush." And he was like, and I should have screenshot the shit, whatever. But anyway,
but he's being
he wasn't being honest with you.
I don't want to be being honest with the girl.
Exactly. So my thing, I appreciate his honesty or whatever. It gives me the opportunity to be like, ooh, if I want to fuck with him, I could or whatever. But knowing he's with another girl, pretty much that he has to tell me that he's with her. Yeah. But he called it a situationship. And so it's like, so you're not committed to her, but you can go and DM other girls to get the fuck on him. So I'm thinking, okay, if I'm in a situationship and I'm being faithful and I'm being exclusive to this one nigga, what the fuck is this nigga doing? Like, is he going? It's like, this is what I do. I overthink shit, and it's just like, I'm just like going back and forth, like shit, like going back and forth, and I'm like, okay, that just clicked. I don't this hot and cold cocktail.
They don't nobody know what they want. They just go back and forth.
Right, and I'm just like, okay, I'm kind of torn between like, okay, this man, he gives me what I want for the most part. Like I really like him, I'm feeling him, and the other part is like, I should want more for myself. And all that, but it's like, but I don't.
True.
I want more for myself down the line. I'm good now. I'm content now, and I'm not ready for all that now. It would be nice, but being in a committed relationship with one person right now scares me. Yes. So I'm just
because you've already been there, done that. Whereas I know for myself, I don't have the capacity to not know what that other person is doing or who they're with.
Yeah.
Of course, in a relationship, you would hope that the person that you're with is open and honest with you and they're not cheating. But I feel like that's just added stress and added pressure on a situationship, because I don't feel like I'm in the right place to really question you about what you're doing,
right,
and who you're with. And I don't
like
that. Like you see those memes
where
so that's why I'm like, I don't know if a situationship is for me. Like I've been there, done that. But yeah, there's like those memes where it's like men don't want the title because they don't want the responsibility that goes along with it. Therefore, if you agree to be in this type of a situationship with this person, you don't have the right to ask them.
But you, in a certain extent, it depends on the details of what you discuss, what you talk about. Because I've been in situationships where it was strictly discussed that you're not sleeping with anyone else, and that if you did, it was off. Like, you don't have that right. That's one thing that we were getting out of each other. But we probably didn't feel that we were on each other's level enough to date. I was like in a situation where I wasn't financially stable. I couldn't feel I could be a good girlfriend or have a boyfriend stress. Like, and at the time I wasn't really a gold digger. I should have been.
Like I am now.
Oh, yes, like I am now. No, but like I knew I wasn't ready, but like.
It's funny that you say that you're not ready for a relationship, because I feel like that's the ultimate excuse that a nigga would use. I am not ready for a relationship. Well, but then why, if you're not ready for a relationship, why then when we have sex, why do you look me deep into my eyes? And you give me these nice sensual kisses and shit.
That's nice. But the thing is, like, if we're just fucking,
you better hit it from the back.
Yeah, like, I don't want to look at you. Right
don't gaze into my eyes. Like, if all you want from sex from me, let me bend this shit over. Because you gonna make me fall in love over a look. Like, if you, okay, I'm talking too much. If you're all up in my stomach and you're like, where's it?
We know who you ain't talking about. So. I'm not a hoe now.
I fucking hate you. I hate you. Because bitch, you could never. You can't even reach the
Can you
is it in? No, nigga, it ain't.
Situationships can get you in trouble.
Oh, they can.
Oh, yes, that's when you cut them off. I had some that were clear and some that were not clear at all. And as far as I was being clear and they weren't on the same level. And whatever happens in the dark comes to the light. That's my favorite. I live by that statement.
Right.
Because even when I'm not looking, things, God blesses me. Oh my God, He shows me the shitty niggas. Like, just all their signs. And I don't like to waste any type of time. So if something pops up, like I'm totally onto the next. But yes, everything reveals itself. So like if I'm in something that's working for me, I can be in a situationship if it's working. And some of my situationships have resulted into like relationships, but it was really quick. And so sometimes they're just like, you're unsure and you're probably never going to end up being with that person.
Yeah.
But you're just
there has to be a goal. It can't just be like, we're just going with the flow. Like, it can't just be like, I'm just having fun, even though I know I just said that I'm having fun. But like, and it's not, I just want to make it clear, it's not just about sex, it's about it's about like situationships you do pretty much. I feel like I talk to this dude every single day, all day, and I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, am I settling for, like, am I settling?
Do you feel like you're settling?
I mean,
hey girl.
And it's funny because the question recently got asked, do I feel like I'm settling? And the short answer is,
drum roll, please.
The short answer is I don't feel like I'm settling, but at the same time, I'm settling for something that I know that I wouldn't settle for. And I mean, I feel like I'm settling for something I know that I wouldn't in the future. Like, you know what I mean? Like, right now, I feel like I'm not, but like I know a year from now, maybe 6 months from now, and if I'm still in the same spot, yeah, no, I can't do this. Right, you know? Because like I said, I've been single for a year. Right. I recently got out of this marriage or whatever, and which is the best thing that happened to me. I feel like I started like my independence or being single the first of the year. And I'm like, this whole year is about doing what I want and what I want to do and fulfilling my needs or whatever. So I feel like those are being met. I'm just saying.
See, as long as like both parties are getting out of it what they anticipated getting out of it, perfectly fine. Yeah. Like my last situationship, I mean, it's like 2 years, and it's like, but you're hot and cold. Like one day you do want marriage and children, and the next day you don't.
Cocktail.
Yes, aka a woo woo. Like you're stringing me along because you know that I do want marriage and children.
Right.
And so
it's like you don't want to let go of it. It's like we know you're a good ass woman.
Really?
Yes,
I know. Yes,
preach.
But yeah, it's like when I know that I need her, this is what I want.
Yes,
then yes, I want everything that you want.
And then when I'm ready, let me go get her. And it don't work that way.
Right.
Because it's like, if you make me feel like I gotta compete, or if you make me feel like
I don't want to compete
an option or whatever, I don't want to compete for your love or whatever. You can.
Yeah, if you're choosing between two people, choose that bitch.
Yeah, and I'm
not gonna be sitting around waiting for that shit.
I feel you.
So it's just like about what type of journey that you went on in your life. And where you're at in your life. You like it might work for you, but it might not work for her because she's looking for something more stable or serious.
Yeah.
Whereas you're trying to go with the flow and see if something can evolve. If not, you're just enjoying your free time. Yourself. But
which I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't think there's like an age where you have to be like, no, I have to be serious and stop playing around. And like, if you want to do this shit up until your 60s. God bless it. Right. God bless it. I hope you find another 60-year-old.
That's when they call them their little friends. Right. That's just for friend.
All I know is I love it here. So
in that situationship, in that space.
Yeah, like that's bae.
It's just like a new slang term for dating.
Yeah,
just for before you get to either boyfriend, girlfriend, or fiance or something serious.
And you're right, because there's always been that confusion with some people with dating. It's like, well, does that mean that like you and I are exclusively dating and we're like literally going on dates, or does that mean that like you are dating, like you have a pool of people?
Steps. So like I feel like it starts. Okay, you meet that person. Oh, I like you. You like me. We're getting to know each other. Then it's the talking stage. And then it's we're going into some days, and then I feel like then it evolves into the situation.
It's too many. That is way too much for me.
I'm just man.
It's a good way or stage in general to get to know people. Because you don't want to be trapped in something where they're like totally different.
That's why I need to take my time. I need to take my time because I feel like I don't regret anything. You know, I feel like if I could do things differently, maybe I wouldn't have rushed into things as much or whatever. But that just comes with life experience.
Yeah, I mean, you would hope that the two people are honest with each other, but at the same time you have to be honest with yourself.
Right.
Like if you know that this is not serving you, if you know that you're catching these red flags and you're just not saying anything because you just don't want to cause conflict, like in the long run that's not going to help you. And I feel like, okay, all relationships don't have to work, but if you two are both genuinely coming together with no intentions of harming each other, then great. If it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. But if someone's coming in with just the thought of like, I already know I don't want to be with this person like that, and I'm just going to use them to get what I can get at this moment. That's where it's like,
users.
That's a no-go. Yeah.
Manipulative people. But
and when people play on that, like if they know that they can sense that you're not really secure in a certain spot, and they're like, I can manipulate this person. That's disgusting. I don't like that shit.
It has to be like give and take or whatever. Like you guys are both getting something out of it.
And you have to know that you're mentally strong enough to deal with that type of situation. And I know, like, at this point, like, I'm not. I don't want, I've done that for the past 10 years. And I'm like, I done gave a whole bunch of good shit to people that were not going to be in my life for an extended amount of time. So I was like, right now, I'm like, I'm very protective of my space and my energy and who I allow into that space. And I have boundaries. Like, if you are not, it's not even being like completely strict. Like, like you have to make this amount of money. You have to do, it's how you make me feel as far as the boundaries go. And if I know that that shit's not lining up, you're not even, you have no access to me whatsoever.
No, I
do. She has an icebox where her heart used to be.
Nah, that shit is melted in the front. That's why I'm trying to keep people at bay.
She's so sensitive.
I am very sensitive, very emotional. For you niggas that say that I look like a bitch or whatever that person said in their DMs, I have a sensitive soul.
Stop, my baby.
Yeah, I would say. Oh, in the last episode, I mentioned that every woman goes through their hoe phase. I feel like, but I'm not a hoe though. I feel like I really haven't gone through that phase of like dating multiple people or getting my feet wet out. Yeah. So like, that's what hot and cold. So like the cold part is like, I'm feeling the attention that I'm getting from, like I'm not acting on it, but it's like, oh, I was married for so long, I was blind to other men hitting on me, or I ignored it or whatever, because I was so focused on being with that one person. And right now, I know that I'm single. I am feeling this guy because, you know, I am feeling him. But at the same time, this dude was like, hey, Kay, you looking like, oh, you want to go out on a date? Or this and that. And it's kind of like that.
It's in the universe.
That's like that Aisha. Remember Aisha Curry? She was talking about how she don't have.
Niggas blew that shit all the way up.
Yeah, so I'm feeling a little like Aisha K or something. Like
Kay Curry.
But at the same time, I have like both. My blinders are not on. Yeah. But it's still stuck on this one dude, so I'm just like,
I get what you're saying. I mean, I had a real good hoe phase.
Wait!
Not like sexually, but like serial dating. Like, I literally had dudes throughout the day, like a little calendar, like, oh, you want to take me to lunch? Oh, you want to take me to dinner? Oh, you want to take me to a movie? Like, I'm really penciling y'all in, and that was like the best time of my life. It was but it's not like I was not having sex with any of those people, and they knew this. There's nothing coming of it. We just enjoy going out and finding new things to do with each other, and then we go our separate ways. I didn't communicate with either of these people on a daily basis.
Would you consider those situationships?
I guess so. Like back in the day, yeah, maybe.
So I guess you guys communicate it and set your own terms.
Yeah, and it wasn't anything that was like there was like so much pressure. Yeah, because we didn't really communicate too much. Like it wasn't like a strict thing. Like this is what's gonna happen. Blah blah. And we just kind of like fell into it. Yeah, and then it's like, okay, well, I have to wrap up with you because I have another day tonight. So you know, we're saying, guys. I don't have any no more.
When you say wrap up, what exactly do you?
Oh, bitch, no. That is not what we wrapping up. We wrapping up this motherfucking day. I'm gonna take it so I can go get another to-go box. Yes, refrigerator stocked with leftover foods. Yes, yes. I got breakfast, lunch, and dinner over here, and I saw a bomb-ass movie.
Come on, I need to get hip because I need some more stories.
Yeah, I don't have it in me anymore.
Until I was 18.
So was I.
And then I had my first boyfriend when I was 18. We were together for 3 years.
See, I was 19, and yeah, late bloomers over here.
I know, and that's what. See, then you took off.
and then I came right back. So I knew that was not the life for me. I was like, no.
But it's good because you don't know what you want.
Until
you don't know what you can tolerate. Yeah. Some people get into their first relationship in high school and marry and all that and end up hating that person. 20 years later, being married to that person. Real. Like you got to figure out what you like and what you want when you know who you are, because you're still developing after high school.
But, I mean, constantly. Like
Yeah, try being with an older man that's like, oh, daddy figure.
Daddy issues.
I mean,
That nigga was.
We forgot. This is the daddy queen. Like,
sugar daddy's queen.
Shit, I'm trying to really get sprinkled up in here. I've never got proposed to. I got proposed with an Etsy ring.
That
Like it was a picture
No.
of it. Does it, girl?
I'm hot.
Maybe you can tell me. Shit, and I want leftovers in the fridge.
So how do you, for like the situationships, how does it move into relationships?
I don't know. Y'all gonna have to tell me that because it ain't never happened for me.
Oh, somebody has
I'm not
to.
familiar with that.
Eventually, I should say, somebody will feel stronger than the other person. Even if they don't say it, somebody is going to have to say it, but eventually it's going to happen. It's like a volcano.
What are you like? What if you're like with somebody? This is a situationship. You're feeling more feelings. They're feeling more feelings, but neither one of y'all are saying that shit, and y'all are missing out on an opportunity.
Yes.
Well, what if it's like, okay, good example that I'm thinking of, like, what if you're engaged or no, what if the man tries to propose to the lady and the lady says no, and then what should the man give up? Or should he still continue to be with her until she's ready? So it's kind of like with the situationship, like, what if you take the risk of saying something to someone they're not ready? Should you still continue it until things get better?
I think I can take that.
I would think with the situationship, your feelings aren't, I don't think that they should be that involved. So like, okay, she's not ready. We can still do whatever we doing, maybe.
Yeah.
But in engagement, I would hope that by the time y'all thought that y'all can propose to somebody, that you guys would have.
Did you
had
remember
some
when
type
I
of
said he
conversation?
proposed to me?
You right. I mean, you right.
I don't know. I think that night we must have been having some violent sex or something because
He was like, I need to.
Can I
sit
stand?
down right now.
Look, let me tell you about the proposal.
Like, what do you do? I know what goes on.
She's so tiny. It's just like it's going right in there. It's like connected.
all I know is he rolled over in the middle of the night and the fireplace was going on. He's like,
Oh, y'all got the. Oh, he had a ring at that moment too. Where you put a ring from?
This is
I
crazy.
don't know.
Oh,
She was like, will you marry me? And I was like, yes. But fuck that nigga.
I'm trying to
It was nice and sweet. That's a nice memory because it wasn't all bad.
Yeah.
You know,
It never is all bad.
Yeah, but
I always starts
like, I
off
always like
like
to dwell on the negative stuff.
Yes. Hot girl fall.
Yes.
Or hot girl horror fall, since that's what made it in horror films now.
All I
I
know.
hate these niggas are gonna hate me for that. Like,
I don't care. BCL niggas.
but if they keep you exactly,
Yeah.
if they have that, if they've said that to you, it's now your power, the ball's in your court to make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
So if you choose to stay and you stay getting hurt, you kind of made that choice, unfortunately. But if you,
because I feel like he would come back to me and he would say, well, I told you.
Right.
And you told me you were gonna stay. So I feel like it would be on me, and that's a risk that I'm taking. But why am I taking that risk? I don't know why. Why? Because is the dick that good, or like is the conversation that bomb, and the vibes, the energy that good that I'm willing to risk like me getting hurt for temporary shit? Like I'm thinking all that, like, and that's what makes it hard being in a situationship, because you're like trying to.
sometimes they end amicably.
You said it right
I
this
can
second.
never fucking say that what I did. Amicably. Sometimes they end well. So that you can still be friends and have some type of, because you can't discount all situationships or relationships, because they can be valuable relationships and friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're blessed to be, God blessed us to have these priceless relationships that we have with people on earth. So you can, if you can end them, even if there's hurt or resentment, just end them in a mature, respectful way.
Yeah.
You can still even benefit from having everybody a friendship.
Okay, let's cheers, because is it yay or nay situationships?
Like, are you for it? Are you against it? Like, or is it mind your motherfucking business? Because I'm gonna do me and you gonna do you.
You got that motherfucking right. It's mind your. If you don't pay a bill, if you don't feed, fuck, or finance me, it's not your business.
Yes.
Fuck or finance.
I like that.
Yes.
It's not your business. You know, unless you are the wife or something like that I didn't know about, then it is your business. You need to let me know. So we don't
I'm
have no
asking
problems.
all the questions. Let me tell you something. Look, are you in a relationship? When I first started talking to this hypothetical dude,
if you don't quit calling his ass hypothetical, bitch, everybody in that whole show exists. He's for real.
Okay.
He might be here in the moment because we didn't check. He didn't check the bedroom. Did you check the bedroom?
Bitch, I checked the bed. She was kind of long.
I'm just saying, like, I asked him, do you have a girlfriend? Yes, because I don't want to deal with no crazy ex-bitches or no one that's claiming. Is anybody claiming you?
Yes.
All that, because it's like, yeah, so.
So
yes.
they do work for. So they do work.
They work
for you.
if it works for the both of you. If things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. I wasn't my true self when I was with him.
Yeah.
And it's like, but now I feel like I'm with somebody, I'm with someone because it's whatever. I feel like this person allows me to be myself and encourages me to be myself or whatever. And I feel like my ex was put in my life to teach me a lesson.
So agree with you and touch base on you with like the person that I'm like, you know, dating right now. He like super is supportive and uplifting and involved. I don't know. What the hell am I supposed to do? Super like he puts in a lot of effort that is even more than what he's even used to, as far as like making me feel secure. He's super supportive. He's super like financially supportive.
I feel you. Yeah.
But just in all aspects. But no, seriously, and that's what that's why the relationship is about communication. What works for you, even if it is a situationship, and you don't know, maybe that person's not better enough as a person for you to make that full commitment because, like you said, you don't want to get hurt. Maybe that person still has some healing or some lessons or some things that the universe is trying to teach them. Like you said, even when you had your baby outside after you got married or in other circumstances, the universe is still trying to show you something, and it's not meant to be rushed. I'm kind of in a situation where I'm dealing with a lot of inner baggage that I'm trying to heal because I'm not perfect, and so I don't want to put someone else swiftly in that situation because I want to have a permanent relationship. And I do. I want to have a relationship where I'm married, where I'm with kids, where it's secure, where we have titles and all that, but I'm still confused about a lot of things. I'm still healing from old trauma and trust issues that I've had that I reflect on to my new relationship. So I definitely don't want to put that on someone, but I also feel like if that person is a better man or woman or human being, they'll help you in that journey and feel secure. And so hopefully that situationship will turn into a serious relationship. Very important to remember on this life, this journey that we have, of this short life, that relationships shouldn't be taken as seriously as they are, as far as like situationships and dating. Sometimes people can be in your life for different purposes or reasons. Like they can be your friend, they can be a confidant, they can be a mentor, they can be somebody who in the long run gives you wisdom, support. They don't always have to be your relationship committed partner. So it's okay to date and have those small situationships to identify who that person is, and if it doesn't work, still maintain a healthy relationship with him. It teaches you to have healthy relationships with people. So I like situationships to a certain extent, as long as you end mutually and respectfully towards each other.
Yes. Because with that being, like, that's what I was going to say. Like, everything I agree with, but it has to be two people who are genuine about a situation and who are honest about a situation. And it doesn't have to work, but I need to know that you're not like willingly just coming into the situation to see what the fuck you can get out of it.
Right.
Like
I hate users.
Yes,
yes.
Like if you genuinely come in and you're like, you know what, I like you, you're cool for now, we're doing whatever we're doing, and I'm feeling the same way, and it just does not work out, we realize we're not compatible to move forward, that is fine.
Yeah.
But when you come in with ulterior motives, that's when shit gets crazy. And then niggas want to be like, well, her bitch is crazy. Like, no, you made me crazy.
Right, exactly.
So,
yeah,
situationships, I'm like, okay, cool. If that's what y'all want to do, so long as everyone is an adult about it and everyone is kind and just nice people. Like, I don't want to sound like Ellen.
No,
but
you just that's usually not how it goes.
Person.
That's usually
like,
not how it goes.
Yeah.
Usually it's the niggas stringing along the woman or whatever because they like to fuck. Like, look, let me just say this. They will give the woman like a wrong impression because they know women are emotional. They know women's like do things based off of emotions. So they will fuck you and they will look you deep into your eyes.
Yep, so we're asking you men to step up and stop being liars.
Yes.
Everything. And I'll not answer your calls the next day. I'll look at it when I'm in everything.
Yeah.
And not answer your calls
You're
the
not
next
calling
day.
yourself
Trust
daddy
me,
because you're
gonna
not
do me
daddy
like
right now.
And this pussy ain't yours.
You know, it belongs to me. You give it to another nigga tomorrow.
Yes. But I'm not a hoe though. Yeah, you just borrowing it. You can. It's
just your turn.
But I'm not a hoe though.
I don't agree with any of this.
For however long you make it last, this is yours.
Yes.
But otherwise, like,
it's mine. But you can have a little bit. You can email.
I ain't never had a ring, so you got to put a ring on it if you really like it, and not from Etsy.
oh my god, this is good.
If you guys have a situationship that you're in, or you guys want to leave some comments
love to hear
about situationships,
some good stories.
We can go on and on and on about situationships. I feel like I'm a pro at that.
Yeah, and also if y'all have questions, I don't know, ask us some questions.
Yes,
exactly. You know.
And you can always email us at butimnotahoethough@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And
we're very responsive.
Yes.
Yes, I saw that on Facebook today.
High responsive.
Within 3 minutes.
It's so great.
We don't have shit to do just now.
Exactly.
We just love hearing from you guys, and we appreciate all the love and the feedback and all the positive support that we've been getting so far.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been good. We appreciate y'all. Thanks for sharing.
Yes, exactly. And disclaimer to anybody watching the show.
What? What?
Oh, please.
What? What's the disclaimer?
I'm just saying, I am single. After all this shit that I said, bitch, you're single.
Yes.
You know, anyways, so we were just on a show and it was called ShopKulture. And they were talking about dating in Seattle. And it was like, what you don't like in a relationship. And so that's what we were just talking about. We'll put the link to go and watch the replay of it. It was a live Facebook show. And we'll go ahead and we'll put the link on the in the description so that you can replay that show.
Yes.
And it's ShopKulture. And it was fun.
Culture with a K.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was so lively, so entertaining, so many beautiful black women in the building.
Yeah.
A lot of feedback from some strong, beautiful, I say beautiful black men.
Yes.
So we shouted out ShopKulture, and we'll have the link to view that video in the description. And so this is the plug session. So next week we're going to be talking about a new business. So if you have a business, or if you have like a product that you want to show the world and that you want us to plug for you, let us know. And you can email us that request at butimnotahoethough@gmail.com.
Yes.
It'll be right here. Don't mind me. Like, it was a whole lot of vodka in here. And then she put like a double shot. I asked her for a splash.
You said that she said a double shot.
Yeah.
Did she say a double shot?
I don't remember.
It's on
I think I said at the beginning I plead the fifth. I felt like I was recording the whole time.
But again,
Yes.
butimnotahoethough@gmail.com. It'll be in the description if you can't understand what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. But I appreciate you guys for watching the show. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Yes.
Yes, come back. We love seeing your beautiful comments, faces, likes, love. We appreciate it. We get back to all of you guys. We we're just so happy to be able to talk and express all this stuff with you guys in a safe space. So.
And quick note, we do have a ton of followers on Facebook now, as well as Instagram, and we're getting some subscribers on YouTube. But guess what, guys? We need you to subscribe on YouTube.
Yes.
So that we can watch the videos together and have a good old time.
That's where you get interactive.
Yes.
You know what the content is.
Yes.
You don't have to inbox us and say, well, what is I'm hoeing but not a hoe though?
Watch the show
though.
Yes. Yes, Sundays at 6 p.m. Every Sunday. 6 p.m.
Yes.
Live.
And again, I don't know if you mentioned it, but the drinks will always be posted before the show at 11 a.m. on Sundays. So you can always enjoy your cocktail with us because we clearly enjoyed ours.
Yes, clearly. We got a refill and everything. Yes.
Yes.
You know, some vodka and some Russian.
Refill.
Hey.